And here we are back at Wakefield Park for race 3 of the second round of the 2012 New South Wales Formula V State Championship.
Okay, the start order for race 3 is the finishing order of race 2. Daniel Reynolds obviously finished first with Simon Pace. Corinne Perry did a great job. Darren Williams, Pip Dean Kavanagh. Craig Connolly did a great job. Morgan Lee, Steve Gamara, Rodney French. That was Lee Hemmings earlier. Stevie Butcher in the 1200s. And followed by Michael Gale, Bernie Cannon. And we're off.
And here we go. Pack of 19 cars that have started this race. Daniel Reynolds obviously taken the lead, always starts extremely well, he's a real pro. Simon, as expected, right on Daniel's tail.
Okay, Corinne Perry's held her third place there in front of, I think it was Dean Kavanagh who got in front of Darren Williams there. And at the back of the grid, you've got Pablo starting from the rear of the grid from a penalty. He's on board here with Simon Pace. Not a bad start there, the initial launch was pretty good.
Yeah, but no, Daniel's a pro. Obviously, he's going to try to make the break in this race. Obviously, didn't quite have his car 100% settled in the race earlier this morning.
Okay, and so the whole pack goes up the hill there. You've got the 1200s at the back there. Okay, and already the front two have made a little bit of a gap to Corinne, and there's Dean. Where is Darren? Darren's fallen back to about 6.
Darren, he's lost a few spots, so he's going to a big race ahead of him. And you can see Gary Hook's got going again. He would have come from last place on the grid in the sky blue car that you just caught a couple of flashes of.
Yeah, so the Johnny Herbert of Formula V ran out of fuel in the last race. Oh, who's that? That's Lee Hemmings.
Lee Hemmings.
Put a bit of a wheel on the outside, and Butcher's gone around.
Butcher's lost it.
Hey, what are these 1200s? He was hoping to have a great race here, Butcher.
So Butcher would have followed Lee in sympathy, I would guess.
I would have thought someone of Butcher's experience should have not been able to do that. Another rear right lock up there from Reynolds. He did that in the earlier race.
Okay, so Simon's obviously taking this very seriously. Doing extremely well to keep in contact with Daniel Reynolds, the reigning national and state champion.
That's interesting. Daniel must like to have his bias a little bit to the rear there, because he's locked up front rear right quite regularly there. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Corinne's gone defensive. Dean Kavanagh's gone for a look up the inside. Is he going to
great race for third place?
Great job there by Dean.
Kavanagh passes Corinne. Look at Craig Conlon, still right up there.
He's doing a fantastic job, and there's Darren Williams followed by Morgan. Oh, who's that? He's two off. He's Rodney French and I think the other was Steve Gamara. Actually, I think it might have been. It must be Steve Gamara.
Like Steve will see get going. I think I heard a bit of crunching of fiberglass at some point in the braking mark.
Okay, so the two of them have come together. There's Dean in front of Corinne with Craig Conlon very close behind. Yep. Actually, Craig's in a great position to dive down at the fishhook here. Although Corinne puts her nose out to have a look at Dean and maybe worked a bit defensive there.
Obviously, Craig revelling in this rebuilt by Jaser Engineering, the factory, and the car is just going brilliantly. Craig hasn't had a good car underneath him for a few years, so he's had a break and made the effort on the car, and it's paying rewards.
And it looks damn good too.
It looks brilliant. Great shade of blue, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, back through the fishhook.
Here you go. Simon Pace, he's actually lost a couple of car lengths to Daniel. And Daniel's a lot more smoother into the final corner this time around, and looks after his tyres a bit better. But Simon had a pretty good run through the corner that time there.
Well, look at the gap. So Simon's only a fraction of a second behind Daniel.
Corinne's having a look up the inside of Dean this time, see if she can return the favour from a lap earlier, and she's going to do so. Great job.
Great driving.
Okay, and looks like Darren Williams has got past Craig Conlon as well, but Morgan up in the battle too.
Morgan's getting up there.
Oh, Morgan's got some drive out of that corner. Look at him go. I think he got him.
That was opportunistic driver. Look at Gary Hook. Gary Hook going through the field. He's now, I'd say he's up to about 12th place there, ahead of Lee Porter in the yellow Jason.
And Lee Hemmings and Pablo Martino.
Okay, so Gary
Juan Pablo.
Brilliant drive by Gary Hook from
how far back
grid.
How far back is Butcher Man? There he is there. Just coming through the front shot.
Butcher's in last place.
Yeah, he's got some work to do to make up something in this 1200 race.
Okay, but we got this.
It's a great little battle pack for third.
For third place there with 5 cars in it, so obviously there'll be some good racing for the rest.
I wonder if Craig's got a bit of a problem there. He's actually sort of lost a couple of car lengths for that group, and he was fighting pretty hard there.
But he was just about to dive down the inside of Darren Williams down on the back straight.
Okay, so he's the big group of 1200s with Bruce Pearce. I think he then had Jeff Bash's way there.
Right, Michael Gale was leading that group. Obviously Steve Butcher in last place is catching up to them.
Okay, so Daniel's pulled a few more car lengths now as well from Simon, who's pulled another massive margin to Corinne, who's actually held out. Actually, Darren's having a look at Dean. So
Corinne keeps third, Dean Kavanagh fourth, Darren Williams fifth, Morgo sixth, and Craig Conlon's losing touch with him. Look at Gary Hook, brilliant. He's catching up to that mid-pack, I'd say.
Hey, Pablo's missing a nose cone there.
Shouldn't you have said that he had a nose cone in the earlier race? The other way around, maybe. Okay, Michael Gale, Bernie Cannon, first and second in the 1200s.
Yeah, that Mako looked a bit soft on the brakes. It looked like the nose almost going to the ground, didn't it?
Probably brake very hard, actually. So, okay, back to the mid-pack.
Okay, Dean's got a little gap now, a car length on Corinne, which there was that proverbial blanket was there earlier.
Settling into their positions now as we're about halfway into this race.
Okay, so and looking up the front there, looks like Daniel's taken even more of a gap there to Simon, so he's probably got his car a bit set up in this race, and he's able to sort of run away a little bit more than he was in the second race, earlier race today.
Alright, now Lee Porter is not really catching Gary Hook, so obviously this is not Lee's best weekend.
Well, we saw Lee have a spin at the final corner of the race earlier this morning, and so he would have started close to the rear of the grid, and that's where Gary Hook came from as well. Okay,
there's Steve Gamara there in the black car, but he's just been lapped by Simon and Daniel. So that would have been a recovery from the spin in the collision with Rodney French just a couple of laps ago.
Actually, we haven't seen Rodney back on the track here, so I don't know if he's been able to continue. He might have had too much damage and pulled it in the pits, or maybe got himself in a safe place off the circuit somewhere.
Sounds like maybe Stephen just ran up the back of Rodney in the braking mark, so Rodney may have lost his muffler or his gear shift.
Yeah, maybe so. Okay, so Dean's pulled a couple more car lengths on Corinne now, and Corinne's pulled a car length or two on Darren. So
I'll tell you what, if you look at Darren Williams there in the red car going through just behind the white car of Corinne, Morgan Fremantle and Craig, I think Darren, Craig and Morgan are pretty serious.
Yep, okay, here you go. So here's Pablo chasing down Lee Hemmings, and
there's Steve Gamara falling away slightly there.
So, well, he's a lap down. He's probably just driving to finish now. Okay, this is the 1200 battle, is it?
Yes, it is. There's Bernie in the orange Kingfisher and Michael Gale in the red Mako, first and second there in 1200. Still no sign of Stephen Butcher.
Yeah, these boys are probably getting excited. Okay, so have a look here. Have you got Morgo's got past Darren Williams?
Okay, Morgo's again in the hunt. He's serious.
He is serious.
That's right. It's great to see Morgan back up. Morgan actually led races a few years ago, but he hasn't been able to get his older car, the Aztec, up to back to that speed, and it looks like he's got this Lyle Moyes Jacer going brilliantly.
Okay, and actually, I think Lee Porter might have actually pulled a car length or two onto
Gary Hook. Yeah, so he's catching Gary sort of settled down.
I actually hesitated as I was speaking there. I saw a green flag going up the hill. I wonder if that means there was a yellow in turn one.
So if Lee gained under yellows, then that's perfectly. That's what you would expect, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I was more trying to work out who was creating the yellow.
Okay, we didn't see anything there.
No, I didn't see anything. Okay, so here comes Daniel Reynolds down the front straight. Here he's got a very comfortable margin back to Simon Pace.
Very solid lead, obviously.
Who also has a very comfortable margin, almost the full length of the straight back to.
That is a huge lead. That's right.
Unusual for Formula V.
Well, obviously that pack back in third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh are fighting each other and losing time.
Corinne's gone a bit defensive there.
Very defensive.
And that's Morgo. Morgo's going to have to go around the outside.
So Morgo, is he going to pass Corinne for fourth place? No, they just maintain their positions.
Have to go around the outside. What is it? Discretion, the better part of valour.
Valour, exactly. But Darren Williams, obviously taking advantage of the situation, had a look up inside of Morgan.
As you would. See, look, there's the green light there again, going up the hill. So I wonder if maybe that Rodney French's car is in a slightly precarious position down there.
Parked outside of camera shot on the outside of the first corner. That's
so right. Does that mean that we're not going to see any overtaking moves in a turn two there?
Look, it's Formula V racing. Shouldn't speak too soon. Anything can happen. So, we cut back to the
1200s.
Leader of the 1200s, Bernie Cannon.
That's Bernie.
And then Michael Gale behind him.
And Butcher's.
There's Butcher. He comes out of nowhere.
He was nowhere the last lap. We just made a comment.
That's right. So in third place.
And then you got Jeff Bashingway, Bruce Perry and Steve Cannon.
All right, so Steve Butcher would have operated DRS up the hill, no doubt.
I wonder if he's got the crapper slot activated on his car.
What was that? The
crapper slot.
The crapper slot, no doubt.
Cockpit reduction air pressure apparatus.
Oh, right. No doubt he's got a patent on that name, Steve.
Okay, so here you go. Dean's actually got a fair margin to these boys, and actually Morgan's got there.
Look, 3 wide.
Whoa,
down to 2 wide. Morgan's gone round the outside. Corinne Perry, what a move!
Corinne was pretty brave there. I thought she was going to put it up the inside.
Oh well, that would have been nice to see, but I bet she's steaming, and to have lost that podium position. So let's see if they can maintain these positions to the end of the race.
Well, she had a podium in the last race, so she's probably gunning for another one in this race.
Great to see Morgan, as I said, up there now. Rightio. There's the pack sort of, that mid pack sort of just spreading out a little bit now.
Yeah, well, actually, I was just about to say they're catching back up to Dean.
I'll tell you what, the red and silver Jacer of Darren Williams doesn't look really very happy there, so the chassis is sort of looking a bit unstable slightly. So.
And Corinne made a mistake through the fish hook there. Look, actually,
that's
got
right.
a problem?
I wonder if she does, but obviously Darren down the inside. Along the back straight through the last third gear corner and onto the main straight. So
let's see if Craig Conlon goes down and past her as well here. She might have a problem going on here.
All right, so Darren's taken 5th place and Corinne's back in 6th.
Yes. Craig
Conlon's still in 7th in the blue and white Jacer.
So now Dean and Morgo. Actually, Dean's caught Morgo. I mean, Morgo's caught Dean.
He is. He's catching. So obviously the pressure's taking control of him, and he's obviously too nervous behind the steering wheel of the red Jacer. They're going up the hill.
Okay, so now Darren's going to have a bit of trouble. There's 3 wide going up there.
Right, a shot of the sky blue Jacer of Gary Hook with Lee Hemmings. Great job for Gary Hook to come from last to get ahead of Lee Hemmings and Lee Porter, it looked like, in the yellow Jacer up the hill.
That's right. I think we had Lee Hemmings have a spin on the first corner at the fish hook on the first lap.
Right, we saw Anthony Mitchell.
Here you go. Here's Butcher up the inside for the lead of the 1200s. Took him a few laps to get back there, but he looks like he may.
It has taken him a lot of time, hasn't it?